Well, hey folks, it's Ben. I'm here with my 2002 Pontiac Grand Prix, white track Grand Prix, if you will. And when I was working on the climate control system, I found out something I didn't know about my car. It has a cabin air filter. When I was working on the climate control system and I was actually replacing the blower fan, what smelled so bad of mouse pee and was wet and ugly? Well, I reached up through the hole and I yanked out the remnants of would have been a 4780 EnviroShield cabin air filter from Napa. I didn't even know it had an air filter, so it doesn't have one now, but we should probably put this one back in. And I actually have never even thought that this car had one, so it'll be an adventure we can both be on. Now, obviously, I started the video towards this side of the car, and that's cool. We got a problem we're fixing here too. Notice my wiper in its rest position is not actually on its park. It sticks up a little bit, and the problem being is that I want this car to be as slippery as possible because I'm really squeezing fuel economy from this thing. So we need to drop it about an inch, which is an adjustment over here. While we're here, why don't we just pop the whole thing off? And then we've got a screw here under the wiper, and then looks like we got a rivet, which we may or may not have to deal with. Looks like that's about it. Maybe this, windshield washer fluid line will have to come out, which I've pretty much done now. Look at that, already going the video. So I'll take the wiper off, which should be just a little bolt or actually a nut on top of that bolt there. I got to pop the plastic cover off, and I'm gonna see exactly how we get in there to get that filter changed. So the wiper just has a 13 millimeter nut, which is on there really tight, so just gotta boop it off, and then you can just move the wiper up out of the way. I don't actually need to take it off, like I'm not painting the arm or anything, so we're cool there. Phillips right here. Let's back this thing off if it actually does. I guess it's a kind of a push rivet. There we go. We're in plastic land, right? All this is super plasticky. So there's that screw, and it's just holding in a rivet. Let me get a rivet puller out, which is, I'll show you what that is. It's kind of a V-shaped tool, and it just lets you get in under the edge of the rivet here, pull up on both sides, and out it comes. And see how it kind of, when you put this screw into it, it makes it fat. So we'll squish it down to put it back in the hole, and put the screw in, and ta-da. So that's one. The second one's over here, which I'll pan you over. The lighting's still crappy. Sorry about that. This one's out in the weather more, and it's not as happy as that other one. It's kind of skipping a lot. Push comes to shove. You can also just yank them out and put in a new one at your leisure. See how this guy comes. That might help it come out. Those little plastic teeth wear out easy on those screws. But now we got this thing. Let's see if we can go on in here. This one is super frail. It's already broken. Yeah. This one's not going to be a lot of help to us moving forward. So we'll break it, and then we'll see what kind it is once we get this cover off. And we'll, next time we're we'll look at that. It looks like it might actually be hexed to come out. So this one is a screw one? I don't know yet. No. It's really wrecked now. It's super dead. Come on out, you. Come on out. It's not in our way anymore. So, let me get my tripod out of here. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. So we have that screw, that rivet, that out. This is in our way? Nope. Any other attachments? Nothing over here. So this is free. Oh, something's here. Maybe it's hooked? Might be. This is fairly free. Oops, nope. There we go. It was just kind of stuck. It's got an air seal. What's going on over here? Oh, just the rubber seal under the fender. Wow. There. That seal there fits under there's a hook under the fender here. So we can pull this out. This cowl panel then, this little hole is where a majority of your outdoor fresh air comes from. So you want to make sure this is clean, right? It comes in and it's exposed to this area that's right here. Bring my flashlight down so it kind of shows in here. And so this hole you see here is probably an alternate area to get air from. And it's also a drain, so water that comes in will hopefully drain down into that hole, and dirt and stuff comes out. It would then have to come up and into what our air filter would normally be, would be right here, which I ripped mine out and put it in because the fan is right there. So, and I think the resistors would be in there too somewhere. But I can't, maybe it's a little bit more in the airstream somewhere down the path. But anyway, so there's the fan, and it's already dirty, right? That's not great. And here's some mouse stuff. And oh yeah, it would get air from that side as well. See the fins over there? All that air would just come in from the cowl area here. And I see the issue where rainwater comes down off the windshield. If this isn't sealed very well, it'll get in here and just make everything a mess. So that's not cool. So I'm gonna grab my vacuum, which is actually right behind me. Bam. Suck all that mouse poop out and then stick the air filter in. So I won't show the vacuuming, but we'll put the air filter in. That's all vacuumed out, so that was a good idea to do because there was a lot of crap in there. I also accidentally sucked up one of my broken plastic rivets, so shucks golly on that. The next one, that flat one that was all in pieces, this is actually a stud. So it's actually just a nut that screws down on this, so we'll have to get a replacement for that. And then here's the filter itself. It's got a fuzzy edge on it, and I don't have one to reference, but I'm guessing it's got an arrow on it here, an arrow pointing down, which I'm guessing airflow is through this way. So, and I'm guessing the tab is to help you get it out. So you should be able to just drop it in this way if you can, maybe. With a little bending, maybe. So now, there's a beautiful white air filter, which will get dirty quickly. It's little seals all the way around the edges. There's a metal tab right there and right there that keep it in, and then it's gonna help us rip it out when it's done. And now we're just gonna, well, I can do it right here because we're done here. Bring the cowl back down. That hole's lined up like it's supposed to, and I do have the rivet for that one. Then we have the stud here, which I don't have a thing for right now. And then don't forget my battery pack. Hello. This weather stripping wants to go under the fender, like so. So that's cool, and under the point of the hood. So that's in tight. That hole's lined up. If I had anything to put in it, that hole's lined up. That's sweet. Probably be smart of me to put my good rivet over here, because this will be kind of have its edge, the center to go by. Let's snip the washer line back in. Remember, it kind of routes around and it stays inside the line there. Cool. And I should have vacuumed that. I guess I can get it before we close up here. And the weather stripping back on. However, oh, there it goes. It clicks back on. And then I can drop my wiper down. And it says in the instructions, believe it or not, it has instructions, put your wipers in the up position. So that makes sense. I just released mine because I wanted to bring it down to home. Then I'll tighten my nut back down. I don't think those are splined the way it just moved around. So it uses the friction of the nut. It's probably a tapered shaft. So that's like set like that. I'll take my one good rivet, which is here. That's the nut part. Put that in the hole part. Maybe I won't use it over here, just because that weather stripping is going to keep it pinched down. Get my wiper out of the way. Put the rivet in, the screw part in, screw it on back down, like so. In theory, it should grip that and make it fat and not come out of the hole. Let's see how that goes. And then bring my wiper back down, and that's that. So you seal her up and you've got your cabin air filter changed. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. Like I said, I didn't even realize I had one till my car really smelled like mouse poop and pee, and what the heck could have done that? And it was that stupid filter where the mice would get in, and they did something up here. 8 things, what have you, and that's just not cool. So if you have questions, great, comments, leave them, and please subscribe to my channel, Turbo231. I'll just let the outro do that thing. You guys have a good day.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Leave any questions or comments down below, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for awesome updates on what I'm doing. Please check out the next video I've got lined up for you, and also check out my Patreon page if you want to support what we're doing here. And finally, check out my other Less Tractory page, Red Barn Homestead. You can subscribe to that too, see some awesome stuff. And we'll see you next time.